celebrating the wins, regardless of how they are. You should always celebrate
Yes.
it. Losing 7 versus the 10 you wanted to, but you're progressing. What
Yeah.
does an engagement model look like with you for somebody? Say you wanted to coach me, right? Or actually, I wanted you to coach me on a couple of things. Are you there like every day? Can I text you? Can I drop a message? What
Yeah.
is how do we engage? Because for me, in the beginning, when I have somebody, when I've had fitness coach and trainers, in the beginning, I need a lot of hand holding because I want to ask a lot of questions. But then over time, I'm just very trailing off, and I might ask you a couple questions during the week. What does it look like?
So everybody's the same. We all are the same. And if somebody started with me and was not asking a lot of questions in those first 2 to 4 weeks, I'm actually worried. They're not dedicated enough. They're not giving it enough because I'm expecting that. So you have my personal WhatsApp. You connect with me there. I have my own app where I program your workout. I actually personalize your workout depending on your needs, your abilities, and your variations of where you can actually exercise and what you can actually do. So we will find where your baseline is, and then we will program it accordingly so that you get the maximum from it within your available time frames. And I'll be able to say to you, okay, so this week, let's say we're doing 3 sets of 8 in all exercises. Next week, it'll be 4 sets of 8. Next week will be maybe 3 sets of 10. The next week will be 4 sets of 10. So you have little goals within that to work towards. And if you're recording the weights and if you're working on your end to record the data, we coerce through the app and through WhatsApp and the app. And then we have weekly reviews as well to understand what were your biggest wins this week? What could you do better? What could I do better? Is there anything that like information that you feel you need? Because especially in those first 2 to 4 weeks, that's when you need the most hand holding. If you're not asking questions, you don't have the desire to learn. That's it.
Coach Tony, how is it working for those who are remote? Because I'm assuming that you have a lot of
This is
remote
remote.
clients. Yeah,
This
so it is
is this
all
is
remote, not right
all
there with
remote.
you.
Yeah.
How's it
This is
working?
all amazing, amazing. So it's when I personalize a program, if it's, for example, I had a recent client lives on a ranch, they had anxiety with doing a workout in the house, right? So of course I have to, as a coach, find a way to make right, how can I get this person to work out? They did agree to doing working out in the first few days. They weren't doing it, they were making excuses. And I had to say, look, you're procrastinating. Let's be honest. No, no, I'm not. I says, yes, you are. How can we make this work? We need to make this something that you can do that's going to fit into, your daily activity. So I says, I'll tell you what we'll do. Your ranch chores. So it's just like old school caveman training. I'm a massive fan of that. I've got a park close to me that's full of tires. It's got sacks, like the Spartan bags,
Yep.
and rocks and things like that there. So I went and filmed a load of workouts, give it to them. And actually what happened was he started doing the program that I give them, and he says, I want to do the tire flips. I have a 300-pound tire. And he fell out with me because I says, no, you're not ready. Don't do it yet. Because unless you can lift that bag, it was a 50-pound bag,
Yeah.
unless you can lift 2 of those 50-pound bags together and do this workout, you're not strong enough yet to go and do the 300-pound tire lift, and you're going to wreck your back. Plus, we've mobility issues we need to work through. And they actually were very sort of negative with me for a few days. And then after they got through the next week, they realized, actually, I'm glad you did that because I would have fucked my butt. Sorry, I would have messed up my spine.
Don't worry, we'll leave it in there and I'll check off the little box. It's full on. This what happens with the